the Exodexa Manifesto, which outlines how schools can help solve the educational crisis through gaming and personalization. Today, we get to hear from a man who's been at the intersection of fun and innovation for over 5 decades. I hope you enjoy it. 50 years almost after you started Chuck E. Cheese, you walk through the doors. Tell us what that feels like to have something that you created from nothing with a small group of really talented people, that all these years later, it's still creating fun and impact in people's lives.
It's if you do something for kids, it's kind of a cheat because there's new kids every year. And so it may be old to me, but it's really brand new to them. And I think that we still, when I say we, I think Chuck E. Cheese still has a special spot for things that families can do together. There are many things that are divisive to families. And I think Chuck E. Cheese is something that you can have fun with your folks.
Sort of one of the greatest names of a brand, I think. But it wasn't going to be Chuck E. Cheese. How did you get that name?
It was actually by my marketing department. It started out Coyote Pizza, and I thought I bought a coyote costume, but it was a rat's costume. And because I knew my engineers could make it move, but
This was for like the animatronic,
Right.
basically the band.
We didn't have any sculptors. So I thought I'll just do a cheat and I'll buy a costume at an amusement show. And, I got a walk around costume and sent it to the guys. Says, have you got the coyote talking yet? And they said, it's not a coyote. He said, huh? Not a coyote? He said, no, it's a rat. It's got a big pink tail. And I said, okay, Rick Rat's Pizza. And then I went to the marketing guys and they say, you can't name a restaurant after a rat. This is because rats are dirty and fail the health test department and all that. Well, can it be a rat, but just we'll de-emphasize the ratness? And I said, well, maybe. I said, okay, I want a happy name. And a week later, we had a staff meeting and they said, we've got the perfect name. 3-smile name. 3-smile name. How do you do that? They said, Chuck E. Cheese. It's a 3-smile name.
When you think about your process for making something that's fun, I find like engineering fun to be one of the hardest problems to solve, and you have seemed to do it over and over again. What do you do? Where do you start?
Well, I think I've been blessed by having a 14-year-old mind trapped in an adult's body. And I think that I grew up being a prankster. And I think pranks and irreverence are a sort of part of messing with life is kind of a good thing.